3, 2, 1. We're live. Welcome back. Back to Tokyo Open, which should be happening in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what the candles got for us. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome back. Let me know if you notice anything different. Let me know if you see anything different going on. Slight change, nothing big, but for the observant eyes, it is there. Just got to be observant. Let me, sorry, I'm just like walking through everything right now as well. Blah, blah, blah. Go through this. Very nice. Looks good. And Tokyo Open is a snooze fest already. I was really hoping for more out of this like first minute. Oh, boys, we might be in for another rough one. We might be in for another rough one. Okay, there's the move. There's a move. I actually wanted the opposite. I wanted straight down into like 780s for a bid and then go up. But, you can't get everything right all the time, unfortunately. Wish I did, but I don't. And yes, before anyone says anything, I know there's no music as of right now. I am currently opening Spotify. Please bear with me. Oh, and I played back. Oof. Sorry about that. All right, let's go here. Very nice. Resume from where we were yesterday. Very good. Okay. We should be back. We should be in business. Should be rocking and rolling. Should be pushing the cart. Should be generating shareholder value. I don't know. Y'all can fill in the rest. All right, let's go over quickly what happened yesterday, and then I will go through the whole check-in. I do want to see what happened, though. I shorted high of day, sick, and I took it off for 50 points, and then it ran for another, what? I was short from literally within like the first minute. So I was short from probably like right here, like 980, let's call it. And I could have held that bad boy for 160 points. Even more, actually. Oh, no, this would have been after the close, after 4 p.m. Eastern. So 180 points. I took 50. F. And then I got chopped up and promptly gave most of it back. I ended up like $12 on the RTH session. Promptly gave most of it back in this mess, whatever you want to call this. And I know I'm not the only one that had an unfortunate series of events today. I'll go over that in a second. Pull up the Discord, y'all. If you're in the Discord, you already know what I'm talking about. Truly just tragic break even happening in there. I'll go over that in a second, though. Let me pop this up. Sick. Okay. What is going on? What up, Ryan? What up, Triss? I was about to say hi to the bots. Let's not do that. What up, Root? What's going on? Lembro, what up? Biz, what up? Zach, what up? What's going on? Missed the thumbnails? Gotta talk to corporate about that one. That ain't me, bro. That ain't me. Gotta talk to corpo. Gotta talk to legal on that one. Gotta talk to legal, HR, and corpo. Good luck. I'll pass along the concern. Consider it forwarded. What up, crypto? The panel? No. The panel's the same. But you're in the right area. You're looking at the right part of the screen, but the panel's the same. T2P? Yeah, it is. You know it is. Hold up. Let me throw that in the chat real quick. Y'all know what time it is. T2P, as usual. Very much so, T2P. All right. So this, I spoke too soon. This actually is a halfway decent open. It's just not what I was looking for, but it's not bad. It's decent for sure. What up, Zach? What's going on? Not bad. Okay. Let me throw a motive wave real quick and we'll go over what the volume looks like. What does it look like? I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing the charts since I closed them at like 10:30 a.m. today, so bear with me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look where my sim position closed. Chat, this could have been like a $200,000 sim position. I should have held. Should have held for the 200K run up. That would have been wild. That's hilarious. What up, Gigs? What up, HC? So as of right now, the theory is holding very much correct. We go up to the 30-minute. Look at this. These 30, like these big psych number levels, like 30K, 29K, 28K. So far, kind of banging, dude. Kind of paying. Like, can't be mad at this. Interesting. I know I've told y'all, I fully plan to trade nanos when they're available, and this is literally going to be the strat on nanos, is like swing trading for mean reversions back to Kelt mid off of these levels, or if we get like a nice break and retest, then, you know, break and retest for continuation. But might be the tech, chat, might be the tech. I don't know. Kind of interesting. So good to know. Volume-wise, what did we do? We put in very little volume on the overnight. Wow, banger on 2 minis, GG's. Oh yeah, we're ripping now. Kelt to Kelt. Thank you, Sergey, I appreciate that. All right, so we had, this is either CPI or PPI, I think CPI, one of the two price things. Wicked into 30K, opened up down here. I got short like here during RTH and took this for literally like 50 points. Very sad. Could have held for a billion, whatever. We aggressively chopped on this LVN and ended up putting a buttload of volume in up here, kind of towards the middle of the range. And as of right now, are trading lower off of it. That being said, we are currently, it looks like, holding the CPI lows. Doesn't look like the market's interested at any point right now in going back and retesting that. So that is definitely worth noting for longs. And we're testing back into volume after testing low volume here. This is really just going to depend for me what the order flow looks like as we are trading higher here. I'm not entirely opposed to the short. My only concern is that I think 910 up here, this prior day's point of control, is like a very, very, very obvious target for any longs. Like if I'm long from down here, this is what I'm looking for. That is my only concern. But otherwise, I'm just going to watch the order flow and see how it plays out. These large buyers on the way up is a good sign for me for a short because it means that there are passive sellers that are also stepping in and reloading as we go up. And we're already wicking the Celts here. So I'm going to let this play out and see what happens. How was y'all's day? How do you do? Good, bad, in between, red, green, break even? What's up? Let me know. Let me know, and then I'll go through the whole, I don't know, everything I've got to go through. I have some interesting things to share. I am getting a haircut Friday, which is very, very nice for me because y'all can't tell. This is annoying. It just falls on my face all the time. I'm sorry to hear that, Zach. No, not bald, not yet. Trust me, that will happen. I promise it will happen, just not yet. You gotta be patient for that one, but I am a man of my word. Even though it was done by less than legitimate means, I am a man of my word. I blew up the end of day MFV rapid. Sorry, dude. Sitting on cash. Nice. Oh, yeah, I did see that payout, Zach. GG's. That's on a Lucid daily, right? Ugly markets. Yeah, dude. This chopping activity, not it. Not it at all. Let me keep motive wave up just so I don't miss this if it plays out. So I just realized my volume was cranked. I was like, why is the music so loud? I'd be very curious to see here, do we roll over off of just these two large buyers stepping into the highs and getting stuffed? Is that it? Or do we retest something else? I would like to see some more upwards activity and then an obvious sell or an obvious absorption play. I don't really just want to fade this right now. Know what I mean? It is on the Lucid Daily. Wow. Thank you for sharing, Zach. If y'all don't know, chat, I am also on a 50K Lucid Daily. However, I am on the eval. Zach was on the funded, or is on the funded, sorry, and is getting payouts, which is sick. GG's. But I am currently on the eval. If you want to go check it out, go hit the link in the description or the pinned comment and go poke around. I personally like the 50K dailies just because, like Zach is experiencing right now, and I plan to get to, daily payouts are sick, dude. Like, once you're above the buffer, if you have a banger day, you can withdraw a banger day. Like, that is awesome. Very cool option to have. I know I'm not the only one that likes them too. I know there's a lot of people right now that really like the daily option from Lucid. So take it for what it's worth. Let me check news real quick just to make sure I'm not about to get into a position and then get hosed for, like, I don't know, Australia news or something. Let's see what we got. I went to type financial juice and I typed fiance. F. Oh, I can't wait till Friday, man. I can't wait till Friday. We did have Japanese PPI 10 minutes before the stream started, worth noting. That didn't move us at all, apparently. Tokyo Open kind of did. But that was 10 minutes before Tokyo Open. And there is some England news overnight, UK GDP, and that looks like it. And then, unfortunately, we've got jobless claims and PPI both dropping at 8:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Y'all know how I feel about that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, y'all know how I feel about that. I think we're just going to go sideways. Zach, what do you mean? Matt's suggestion for NQDL? What is that? Am I missing something? What up, John? What up, NASCAR? What's going on? What up, Trader? What up, Biz? All right, well, now that you're... hold on. I'll get to NQDL in a second. I need to watch this. if this plays out, I don't want to miss this. That being said, I might already be missing it, so F. No cheats. Bro, you have you got dev source code cheats. What do you mean no cheats? All right, chat, we're moving on. It's time. Time for the iced honey green tea. Very nice. Zach, literally just type NQDLE, like NQDLE into Google. For me, at least, it's the first thing that comes up. I mean, can't promise the same for you because I don't know, search engines do their magic, but for me, it's the first thing that comes up. So try it. See if that works. Please don't play out without me. I'm begging. You get welcome to the Nerdleverse? Okay. All right, I got you, but you owe me one. You owe me one. I don't know what that one is, but you owe me something, okay? Zach, I just put it in the Discord. Also, what did I miss? Why do I see pictures of beans? What is this? Oh, I did see that there's a thread now for setup photos, which I do want to go through. I do want to go through those at some point. I know Matt's going to do it on stream tomorrow. I think. I shouldn't say I know. I'm reasonably certain Matt's going to do it on stream tomorrow. How about that? Speaking of Matt's stream tomorrow, boys and gentlemen and ladies and everyone who is here. Speaking of Matt's stream, y'all should make sure to tune in on Monday to Matt's stream, which is 8:30 a.m. Central Time, for those that are not aware, on this channel. He's going to be having the CEO of Take Profit Trader on, so I hope y'all can find the time in your day, in your hearts, to go watch. Should be fun. I will be in the chat. I'll be in and out between work, obviously, but I will be in the chat and semi-present just to see what the vibes are like. I hope they're good. Bring some good energy. But I figured I'd give y'all a heads up. Exclusive. I actually don't know if he announced it yet. Is this an exclusive? Oh no, he did announce it. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, is this a Jaws stream exclusive? Oh, and he's got Nutty Bar trading on Friday, so 2 days from now. Pretty banging setup on guests from Matt, huh? So Nutty Bar on Friday, and then James from TPT on Monday. Y'all should be there. Make sure you're there. Do it. What's the Palpatine meme? Do it. I would like one more test up. I think that's reasonable, right? Another test into like 850s, 860s, and then I can participate. Something like that, maybe. Trying to decide how much I like this spot. Honestly, ideal scenario is that we like run the highs at 65 of this range, and then I get short. I think that's the ideal scenario there, truthfully. Kind of like to see that happen first. Because this, little gap we left behind on volume here, this LVN, this starts indicating to me that we have a trend day, or that like we have a trend profile on our hands. When you start going from HVN to building a new HVN and leaving volume gaps behind. So if that is the case, if it is trending, if I am going to get short against the trend, I want like the best possible entry. I don't want to be sacrificing points unnecessarily for risk-wise by getting a worse entry. So near the highs of this range above 65s, I think qualify as a reasonably good entry. Anything inside the range, not so much. Sorry, doing some water bottle maintenance down there. Down in the stew. All right, there's the sweep. What does this look like? Nothing yet. Hello, order panel, please. Please. All right. Let's see what this looks like, huh? Let's. Oh, snap. They might be trying it. I would like to see another large buyer come up at the highs. I would like to see another large buyer show up at the highs that doesn't actually make any progress. Like so far, this looks fine. There is two clear sellers up here, two clear passive sellers that are absorbing this so far. I would kind of like to see more for me to get short, personally. Also have to keep in mind, like the total R on this trade is nothing crazy. We're opening kind of like smack in the middle of yesterday's range. The ideal scenario would be get short from somewhere up here and then go target prior day's low. Considering how light the volume was on the way up yesterday, and that we rejected 30K and didn't find anything lower, like aggressive fill of volume down here would be super interesting. You know? All right, I'm willing to take that at that point. If I get the fill, I did get the fill. I would like to see something more like that. I mean, new lows on the session would be ideal. Honestly, new lows or even like a runner to prior day's low, obviously we'll adjust. But I like this slight consolidation here as we rejected this previous buyer and then are back below and then consolidating again. I'm willing to give it a full stop. All, what is that, 30 points or whatever? I'm willing to give it the 30 points there. To potentially look for kind of like a larger time frame short. And then I also am not opposed to retrying a short if we get back up to prior day's point of control. Prior day's point of control / like 920s, 930s looks pretty good for a short to me personally. But remains to be seen, got to be patient. That being said, I'm very aware it's like a relatively big trade. For sure. Big target. Especially considering the range has kind of tightened up from where it was in prior days. ATR right now is 17, nothing crazy. We shall see. Oh, okay. So while I have this trade working, let me show y'all one of the dirtiest break-even stops I've seen in a hot second. Gotta find this. Chat, this was Jamie's trade from this morning. Can I zoom in? I can. Look at this. Man got short with a banger entry and then holds through all of this garbage. He got short at like, this had to have been like 9:50 Eastern time in the morning, 9:58, like 20 minutes into RTH, held through all of this garbage and got stopped out at, what is this? 240. He held the trade for like 5 hours just to get break even stop for 30 points on the trailing, and then it went to target. That is so brutal. That is so brutal. Also, he was holding on to a heater, short 960. He was up 140 points at one point. That's crazy. That's wild. I don't know what his target was. 0? Jamie, if you're in here, what was the target, man? Jamie's probably at the pub right now after that, honestly. Several pints in. His target was 820. Why didn't he just take it off here then? I'll have to ask him next time I talk to him. Interesting. Not hating, by the way. Not hating at all. I feel for him very much. That's a brutal stop out. You hate to see that. You hate to see that. Okay. Starting to see some rejection. I mean, ideal scenario is that this like flushes, you know? New low of day right now. Right now, Nasdaq. Is this no, that's fine. Chat, my webcam isn't lagging for y'all on the stream at all, is it right? It doesn't look laggy in OBS, but there's like a slight like frame rate. I don't know, lag's not the right word. The frames just look slightly lower. Looks fine. Okay. Maybe I'm just bugging, chat. Word to my Tims, chat. Word on my Tims. I'm bugging. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup on a roll, the Aki way. I'm bugging. Hate to see that smiles. Yo, chill. Chill. I just be smiling a lot, okay? Chill. I wish Jamie nothing but the best. Lord knows I've had more than my fair share of those exact kind of stop outs where it wicks you out and then just goes right to target. I've had more than my fair share of that, unfortunately. I am going to take 857. If we get down here, I would take 2 off. I would do that. If we get down there, though, we obviously got to do it first. Big if. I know. Big if. That would be like 120 or something in the pocket secured. And then hold the last for the larger trade for the like 100-pointer or so. Move this bad boy down just for the ego 100-pointer. Why not? If it gets down there, why not? You know? Short 50 minis live trust. Hey man, wait till you see the sim account. You know, do some damage on the sim account. For anyone just joining, this is the 50k daily Lucid eval. I definitely said that backwards. Lucid 50k daily eval. How about that? That sounds better. All right, market. Let's see it, please. Let's do the thing, market. Pretty please. What does this look like on order flow? Nothing big yet. I don't really know whether to take that as a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I'd kind of like to see a seller step in at the highs, is what I'd like to see. Not necessarily like a quiet tape, because quiet tape here from sellers makes me think we just like hold this range. I mean, we'll see. That being said, I can't really say that I'd like to see above that high in terms of risk, so I'm going to tighten that up. Given that we've now made a rotation to the lows of the range, if we reclaim the highs of the range, not that interested anymore. Not very interested. Where's that LVN from yesterday? That is... Oh, right where my target is. Perfect. Okay, I actually like that target a lot. It's not solely just an ego target. It is like a legitimate target. That's good to know. That makes me feel better about that. Sometimes ego targets, you know, just hit, and sometimes they're a terrible idea. Really depends on the day. All right, Nasdaq, let's see it. Come on. I am going to move this break even. There's literally no reason to take a loss on this at this point, so that's that. I love that there's like a reverse position button here too. That's crazy. That's such a scalp forward design. That was made by someone that rips like 300 trades a day, I swear. Come on, Nasdaq. Do it. Do it. I know you want to. Give me one little wick lower. Down into, what is this, 27s? Right there. Give me one little wick lower. If I see something big hit the tape, like right here, then obviously that changes things and I'll pull it. But as long as I don't see anything big on the tape here, like any of these bubbles showing up, then I am comfortable holding this for the full fill at 27. They're trying. Chat, I'm gonna, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, one day I'm gonna put y'all on to honey green tea. Banging. So good. One day there's gonna be a whole army of us all drinking honey green tea, trading Asia session. That is the dream. All right, let me adjust this stop real quick. Yeah, 1 point's perfect. Ideal scenario now is that we just, you know, go run the lows. Why not? That being said, I'm definitely keeping this break even. There's literally zero reason to take a loss on this at this point. So I am going to keep that there. Very possible this runs all the way back on me, and that's fine. It is what it is. I at least secured something on it, so that's fine. Still a very quiet tape. Nothing showing up yet. Except for these buyers, apparently. What an exit. What an exit, chat. Your target's 785. Okay, I like that target. That's pretty in line with my thinking as well. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but that's okay. Looks like buyers are very willing to buy the average. Not bad. Any of y'all trade moving averages? So I've got a Keltner channel up right now. That's what this is. And the Keltner channel is basically just like a range, like a compression envelope, if you want to call it that, around a moving average. That's what this is I think just an EMA. And so this is basically just like a 200 EMA on the 1 minute chart with like a range around it based on the multiplier. Does anyone here trade like moving average strategies, like break and retest and moving averages? I don't know, wick and reclaims, yada yada. I feel like I see a lot of that on YouTube, but I don't see a lot of it in the Discord, which makes me curious. Maybe we've got like our own little bubble of like a completely different, you know, thought process to it. Minimum trade size for my big trade study. I will just run through all the settings on here real quick for you. And then if you want to, just screenshot them or pause the stream, whatever you want to do. That's that page. That's that one. It's that one, and that one. Have fun. Okay. Interesting wick back up into trying to get back into these passive sellers up here that got rejected. That's a very good sign for shorts. Gonna need to see it collapse here though. Gonna need to see some collapsing soon. Use EMAs, Inner. How do you use them? What do you do with them? Look at 250s on what time frames though? So like a 200 on a 1 minute and a 200 on the daily obviously are not the same. Yeah, I had my big trades filter a lot lower before. Like I had it on 5 at one point. And I just found it a little too noisy. I've been liking it, having it just show these larger areas. And like, it's on auto circle, meaning it auto adjusts for the size that's being read. So like if I turn this to 5, you'll see what I mean. So like you can still like see where the big ones are, but it's just so much noisier. I've found that I prefer just seeing like above a certain size, you know? $5 for intraday, 4 hours for swings. Goated. The 4-hour chart is goated. Can I put you on to something? HCFX? Can I put you on to the old... Check this out, ready? You're not ready for this. I promise you're not ready for this. Can I put you on to the old... Hold on, not that. Stand by, not that. The old 690-minute chart? Huh? Ever seen this one before? This is some tech. I know you've never seen the 690-minute tech before. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, by the way, let me go up and mark out this. Actually, let me mark it out over here so it shows in the future. Does it not show on this? Hold on. Stand by. Where's Object Viewer again? That's fine. There we go. 31050. 3950, right? Beautiful. And I gotta change that again. Rip. Nice. Stay close. All right, go Nasdaq. Do it. Do the thing. Sell 100 points in 2 minutes, please. I'm begging. And then let me lock this. Nice. Now I can't move it. Nice. Chat. We might have unironically figured out something like legit. Do y'all see this? Are y'all seeing this? Bro. plus or minus 50 points around the 000 psych numbers, or quad zero sometimes, I guess, when the really big ones hit. But are y'all seeing this? 690 is exactly half a day. Yeah, that's the meme. Part of the meme, I guess. Yo, let me go back down to a 30-minute and go zoom over to that day. Hold on. The smart money can't keep getting away with it. Is it really this simple, chat? You just mark out the giant strikes and then... Chat, are y'all seeing this? Gapped up outside the Celts, wicked into the 31K area. Immediate. How long did this short take? 2 days? 1,000-point banger in 2 days? Are we serious? Chat, we might, like, no joke, be onto something. That's crazy. And then if you got long here, wicked and reclaimed 30K, right back up. Another 1,000-point banger. Might have actually found the key to the markets. And then this is crazy. Wicked it on open, basically, and then just flushed. That is wild. That is so nuts. Anyways, I will be keeping a very, I mean, today, again, like today, look at this. I will be keeping a very close eye on this once nanos drop. Once nanos are out, I am going to be looking at this expeditiously. Sorry, I moved my camera. There we go. Very nice, very nice. I'm going to need this to sell soon, otherwise I'm losing faith. Okay, wait, there is a big seller here. This is interesting. It's interesting that a big seller tried here and is not getting anything out of it yet. I'm not going to kill it because I've already gotten my core off and I'm just looking at, like, you know, the God candle target. I'm looking at the Trump tweet target at this point to just puke 100 points in 2 minutes. So I'm not going to take it off. There's no reason to. But I don't like that this seller showed up and is not really making any headway as of yet. That being said, not taking it off. There's no reason to. What's my Keltner setting? I will throw it on screen for you right here. And just take a screenshot of that. Pause it, whatever you want to do. And go play around with it. All right, Nasdaq, come on. I have faith. Run it all back. I have faith. Run it all back and then some, please. Listen, chat, I'm not asking for that much, okay? 100 points in today's market, 100 points is not that much. I know that's crazy to say, but it's not that much. That's all I'm asking for is a nice little 100 points, okay? Nothing crazy. Oh, Luke, I saw that. GG's, dude. First payout, by the way. Yo, chat, GG's. Chat, GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat for Luke. That is awesome. Congrats, man. I wish you many more. Luke, I need you to listen very carefully to me, though. Do not, don't let it get to your head. The number one thing, and I'm so guilty of this, I've done it so many times. The number one thing is that you get a payout and you're like, oh, let me do that again. Making money's fun. Let me make more money. And then you blow the account literally the next day. Please, Luke, do not do that. If you're not seeing it, if you're not seeing the market, if you're red on the day, don't, don't keep pressing the gas when nothing's there. Ease off, give it a breather, make sure your account survives to live another day, to trade another day, and then come back when you're feeling ready. There's no reason to push it. You already paid for the account. At this point, you're playing with house money. There's no reason to be super aggro. But GG's, that is awesome, bro. That's awesome to hear. if Trump wants to tweet and give me this 100-point downside candle, maybe I can join you. Maybe. As of right now, y'all know I'm running like the whole experiment. As of right now, RTH has been treating me a lot better than Asia for sure. Just something to note. It's more so just for myself, but like I have the Apex account that I've been ripping during RTH, and then I've got obviously this Lucid 50K daily eval that I've been ripping during Asia session. And my biggest problem during RTH right now has just been really just like not surviving, but like locking up with profit. Like I'm starting pretty much every day with like a decent cushion. Like today I just immediately hit that trade off open and was up like 300. Obviously could have let it run for a lot more, right? But like hindsight, I should have just taken the old 300 and ran with it. And then the day prior to that, I was up like 800 off of like 2 trades, which is great. I should have just stopped there entirely. And then I traded it back and ended with like 100 on the day, which is like still green. And today I ended up $12 on the day. So like still doable, but I could be up a lot more, chat. I could be up a lot more. This chop around VWAP, sorry, not VWAP, the Kelt mid, is definitely sus. Oh, they're going to do it, chat. Chat, they're going to do it. They're going to grab it. I know they are. What does order flow look like? Interesting. I wonder if this is the same exact position. Sellers showed up and then immediately break evened. Which one of y'all is casually trading 58 and 57 micros apiece? Who in here is on the live account right now slinging 50 micros? This does kind of look like they want to go run new highs. I'm not going to lie. A little bit. Bet it's Liam. Chat, I don't know if y'all saw, but there is a thread right now in the Discord for showing your not gaming, your trading setup. Anyone watching, if you've got, I mean, not even if you've got 6 setup, if you've got any setup, throw it in the chat. We've got like the whole communal trading setup comparison going on. It's pretty sick. I'll send mine after. Actually, I'll send mine tomorrow morning probably. That way there's more natural light. So it just shows everything off better. Whoa, look at this. This is crazy. But this is fun. Y'all should throw yours in there as well. If you're not in the Discord, bottom right of the overlay on the screen, tbm.gg/discord to join. Check it out. Hella fun. That is that's a you thing if I've ever heard one. I will not be partaking, but you know, feel free, I guess. Whatever makes you happy. Anyone get long off of Kelt mid? Which I mean, hold on, I'm not flexing at all. I'm pointing out what an exit. Y'all know the Thanos meme with the knife? That there must be balance for every top tick exit. For every top tick stop, I should say, there is one equal top tick take profit exit waiting in your future. It has been foretold. This happened to be mine. I'm begging sellers, show up, please. Please, sellers. Do it for me one time, sellers, please. How do you know if I have feet if you don't see them? The world may never know. Y'all just gotta... I don't know. Y'all just gotta infer, I guess. I really do float, though. I know y'all can't tell, because I fidget, but I'm truly sitting on a floating chair. There is no feet. I have adjustable feet. So in the morning when I have to walk around and all that, I, screw them on. And then for the stream, I sit in my floating chair and I unscrew them and let them recharge. Praying to the market gods. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Absolutely praying. What else is there to do? GG's, Lelouch, GG's. The movement's definitely a lot more tame. That's for sure. Significantly more tame. Like RTH, especially that I've been trading it more recently, RTH, you see some wild wicks. And like, you still kind of see them here, right? Let me zoom in on this. Like, this is still pretty wicky. I mean, this went straight up, straight down, right? But like, this is 16 points or whatever, not, 40. Why do I think it's more tame? I think it's just less volume. I literally just think that's the whole answer. It's less volume. That's it. GG's, Luke. Have a good one. Are they going to do it or what? Nah, probably not. Come on, sellers. Come on, sellers. Show them what you're made of. Okay. Okay. Well, everyone be quiet. Everyone calm down. Calm down. This is normal. Calm down. Only 100 points more to go. I think they ran out of fuel. Unfortunate. Would have liked that sweep to be a lot faster than this. Speaking of the reverse position button, do any of y'all actually like reverse positions? Like, do you ever, let's say I'm short here, right? And I get out at Kelp mid. Does anyone in here actually like reverse immediately? Like you get out and then you immediately hop into the other side? I don't feel like I've ever seen, I don't think I've ever seen a single person do that unless it's like on tilt. That's like the one exception is if someone is just on like full blown tilt or they're just slinging trades, you know, like no regard for safety, no regard for the account. They're fully just like 10 million or bust, making it all back or bust. That's the only time I've ever seen that. I've never seen it on like as like a legit like methodical strategy. So it's pretty interesting to me that they like made that a feature right here. That you can just click one button right here and reverse. Right on the chart. It's pretty interesting. In theory, the best setup for that would be range trading. High range, low range reverse. Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty quick way to just get in, get out. So I guess that's the use case. Like if you're just a full-blown range trader and nothing else, and then you just spam the reverse button. Once by mistake got an account passed, I mean, GG's on getting it passed. All right, that is sus for sellers, I'm not going to lie. Might be looking at a quick evaporation of my unrealized profit. Big seller just hit a fat passive buyer at 30 and immediately is bouncing out of it. That is a tough look for sellers, I've got to say. It's one thing if the seller's showing up at like the high of the range, showing that there is aggressive selling activity as we try to trade higher. Aggressive selling activity as we try to trade lower that fails is sus. Please make your own decisions. This is just my analysis. Motive Wave has the reverse. I know. I'm just saying I've never seen like people actually use it as like a methodical strategy. What up, Mitch? This order flow chart is sussing me out, man. Omega sus. Very, very sus. I have currently been in this trade since 8:23. Been in this trade roughly 35 minutes so far. Would like to get more out of it. Oh no. Oh no. The buyers are picking up steam. It's Jover, chat. It's Jover. Oh well. I'm okay with it. Took the core off at honestly the best possible entry, or sorry, best possible exit I could have gotten. That exit was like literally 2 ticks away from the bottom. Can't complain about that. Oh my god, chat. I can't wait for the haircut. Y'all have no idea. I am overdue for a haircut by like 3 weeks, I swear. I'm usually a lot faster about getting them, but I just haven't recently. And now I woke up the other day and was like, dang, I need one. So excited. Oh, what's going on? Oh, top of the hour, 9 o'clock Eastern. Jaw's a meta guy who trades Asia only. If we have a gap, he only takes trades towards the gap. I've definitely seen gap fills play out. When you say gap, are you saying like if Tokyo, not Tokyo, if Globex opens like right here and there's a gap that is unfilled? So like, can I draw on this? Let's just say, let's imagine we opened where we opened, but instead of going down to fill the gap, we go up, and like, let's say that Tokyo opens right around here. I don't know, let me draw like a little, sure. You're saying the entry would be here and then he'd take it back towards the gap for gap fill like that? Because I could see that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Gap fills, I don't know what the statistic is. I used to know this off the top of my head. Gap fills are a pretty high probability chance of filling in terms of like trade probability of like, is it going to happen? As far as I know, they're pretty high probability. That being said, you have to be careful, right? Like, don't marry the bias of, oh, this gap has to fill. What does this look like order flow wise? Even bigger sellers showing up at the lows. I mean, this seller's finally starting to get paid, which is something. That being said, big sells at the low of the range. Honestly, chat, I'm going to trim my stop to like right here. I think if these sellers start to lose any steam to the downside at the lows of this range and we bounce out of this, I think there's a pretty good chance we're just going right back up. Like if sellers are putting in this much effort at the lows, I want to see this go. I don't want to see this hang around here and chop and then re-accept the range. I want to see these sellers get paid. Otherwise, I don't really want to be in the trade. But yeah, I mean, I've never seen that specifically. That makes a lot of sense. Honestly, now that you've mentioned it, Mitch, I will definitely look for it if that's a thing. And especially if that lines up with like being overextended from the Keltner channels, then I'm not opposed to looking for that trade. I think gap fills are a very reasonable trade idea. These sellers better let me down. I know it. I know it. Look how they're already failing. Tragic. They're trying so hard to punt it into the lows and they're not getting anywhere at the lows of this range. There's just a passive buyer soaking all this up. Tough. Sellers at the low of a range like this, to me, indicate one of two things. Either one, the passive buyer here is going to be very strong and we're going to soak all this and rip back up, which I kind of think is what's going to happen here. Or sellers at the low of a range like this indicate that there's a lot of selling pressure active and that the breakout is imminent, that we're going to break and run. The fact that we are already trying to bid back up into the range after stalling out like this makes me think it's not a break and run, which is why my stop is where it is. Oh no. I'm fine with this though, even if it stops out. Like I'm locking in a reasonable amount at least. So I'm okay with it. All right, there's the break even. I'm out of that trade fully. Up 161 after that. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see this trade higher. That being said, I'm also not willing to re-short down here at all. Any additional shorts for me would be happening a lot higher, probably up by like 890 into 910-ish area would have me interested in a short. At this point, I am not that tied to any shorts. I think I took the one that made sense, took it for profit, and that's fine with me. Telling you, I'm trying to work on like getting green and staying green. The mornings have been just cooking me on that. Legit will be up like $700 after like 2 trades and then give it all back. It's just a bad habit, man. Bad habit. Can't be doing that. Reward myself with some honey green tea. Why not? Why not? What up, Carl? What's going on? Got 500 left in my eval. I think I turned this around. Hey, man, I have faith in you. Don't force any trades. Like, don't just go slinging. You know, you're not in a rush. You still have an account, so take it slow. There's no reason to rush. But yeah, I have faith in you. I think you can lock in. At this point, these large sellers tried and are reclaiming. So what does it mean, chat? What does it mean? Specifically, large sellers at the low of the range. How are y'all doing? What's the status check so far from chat? How we feeling? For anyone wondering, if anyone's wondering, these trades so far have been on the Lucid Daily 50K eval. So if you want to go check it out, go hit the link in the description or the link in the bio, and then you can find it from this page, and then obviously run through all of this. But in case anyone's wondering, in case anyone new has joined, welcome. What's going on? How are we doing? No trades, just lurking. Fair. Very fair. No, Alex, I'm on the Lucid 50K daily. That being said, I mean, obviously trade whatever account size you want. I like the 50K for the, why don't I show you actually? Why don't I give you a quick little visual? Not right now, Lucid. I don't need the video right now, please. So on the dailies, on the 50K at least, I should say, your profit target in the eval is 3,000 and your max loss limit is 2,000. And the reason I like that, let me pull the old calculator out. The reason I like that is because it is quite literally less overall profit that you have to make given the amount of available drawdown that you have. As in, like, your ratio is a lot easier. So in this case, I'm on the 50K. Let's say 3,000 divided in total profit target divided by 2,000 in available drawdown gets me a ratio of 1.5 versus, let's say I go up to like the 150K. A $9,000 profit target versus 4,500 in drawdown gets me a 2-to-1. So the 50K is quite literally easier to pass than the bigger accounts. And then I chose the daily option specifically because if you go to the old funded rules section, you get daily payouts right here. No consistency is also sick. Like that's a very slept on piece of these, no consistency. The only limit to that is that you have a like maximum amount you can make in a day. I believe for the 50K, it's 8,000 in a day is your most, and then you automatically get pushed to live. But just don't go making more than 8K in a day and you'll be fine. I feel like that is I feel like that's goes without being said. And then again, daily payouts is sick. Anything above your buffer, so anything in this case over the $2,000 buffer, you can withdraw daily, which is awesome. But anyways, that's the link in the bio and the description and the pinned comment. Go check it out if you're so inclined. There's the pump, very nice. Coulda, woulda, shoulda reverse, right? What's wrong with going live? Nothing's wrong with it. You just have just a different account. There's nothing wrong with it at all. How come on Tradeify for the 25K but Lucid the 50K? I'm moving all of them to the 50Ks. Personally, I'm moving everything to the 50Ks. Like Tradeify, TPT, Apex. Apex is already on the 50K end of day. Obviously, this Lucid daily is on the 50K. And then once I reopen TPT and Tradeify's, because as y'all know, following my my agreement, let's call it that, the contract, when I saw that Jamie was close, I was like, oh, gotta get this funded, gotta beat Jamie and get a payout. And then I blew basically everything, including a funded account, RIP. So starting fresh after that, not doing that again, as in like not, rushing it again. So yeah, I'm just restarting everything fresh from the 50s. That's it. And while y'all are on that website, I'm sorry to keep harping on this. I promise I'll shut up very soon. But while y'all are on that website, if you click the link that's there, go to prop firm quiz. If you are curious and you don't want to trade exactly what I'm trading, because like that's fair, I'm trading what I like to trade, then you should take this quiz and the quiz will literally tell you what account to trade. Pretty cool. Just saying, pretty cool. All right, I'll shut up now. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's crazy, Rufio. Took a $320 payout after getting over the buffer today. GG's. And then went degenerate mode on that, made 2,300. Dang, I hate when I make too much money. Okay, this is interesting. A lot of order flow activity at the highs of this range right here. Had a large buyer step in and then basically equally large sellers step in as well. So the top of this range is very reactive. And then as we've come down now, another large sell hitting the lows of this range, yet price is not trading lower. So that tells me there is a relatively large passive buyer down here. I gotta say, I am interested. There's like a very obvious large passive buyer sitting here. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in a long from here, personally. Again, please make your own decisions, I beg. My decisions are my decisions. Please don't follow them. You will get wrecked, I promise. It's happened so many times. I think a trade's good. I get in, I get smoked. Don't be like me. But I'm interested in this. I think there's a very obvious passive buyer here. 1, 2, 3, all at the same price. Like this is a full-blown iceberg at this point. So I'm curious to see whether this actually snaps or whether buyers defend it again. My only hesitation is it's a middle of the range trade. I don't generally love getting long the middle of the range. That's kind of like a diddle in the middle moment. But if there's something really obvious, and if there's something like an obvious trend setup happening like this, where we have a large aggressive move into the highs and then are consolidating at an area that makes sense to get long, I'm not entirely opposed to it. What up, Nicholas? What up? What's going on? I think I hesitated on the long a little bit too long. No pun intended. No pun. I think I might have hesitated a little bit too long there. I was very much waiting for like a little bit of a wick lower. I mean, we all know NQ loves to sweep out lows. I was kind of waiting for the sweep of this low at 21 and then see what happens there. What up, Wes? What's going on? Close-up shot? Yeah. Trying to mess with the camera a little bit. Chat, that's what I was talking about when the stream came on. I said, do you notice anything different? This is what I was talking about. It's the little close-up we got going on. Okay, trade back down into 30s and I could be enticed. Fill me. Please. Please come back. Please come back. Okay. Yeah, stop is roughly in the place I wanted it, and then target would be prior day's point of control at 910. Would be like the full target. Something like that would be ideal. I'm glad that filled. I would have been so sad if this started going without me. And I think my stop is in a decent spot. I kind of want to give this room to wiggle a little bit in case we try to like test below this passive seller one more time, but still remain in this like buy side imbalance up here, this big move up. That's the thought process. How do you get what on TradingView? Mitch, you're scaring me. What do you mean terrible news? Elaborate, please. Don't just come in here, drop terrible news, and then dip. That being said, I'm in the long now. I'm praying we don't just like omega chop this range for, 3 hours like last night. Same range, 30-point range for forever. Mitch, what? What happened? Wait, did this just happen? Like in the last 10 minutes? Also, was this the one micro account? You're gonna fill me in here. Just leave me hanging on this. You sized up. No. Number one way to toast an account is sizing up. Again, speaking from experience. Been there. Oh, this morning? Yeah, dude, this morning's chop was brutal. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I hope everyone stayed safe. That was brutal. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry. All right, sellers retesting this passive buyer again. That's just chilling at 30. This area, like I want to say 30 to 20 is probably like the line in the sand. Anything below that starts to look a little sus. I am going to move my stop up to like, oh, not this side, sorry. 809, let's say. I do want to give this room to trade 30 to 20 because that's clearly where the passive buyer is interested in trading. And then I also don't hate the idea of giving it a little bit of room to like sweep out this low at 21 and then bounce back up if it's going to bounce. Another soak from the buyer at 25. If this doesn't work out, my account's blown. Chat, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, you went from 1 micro to 1 mini? You know that's literally a 10x, right? If anyone watches Bob Does Sports, why don't you 10x that? I can't say the rest. Why don't you 10x that? Dude, look at this soak happening from the buyer. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all pretty big orders. I have my filter set to 50. Still sitting. Wait, so is this not the micro account? I thought this is the micro account, no? Feels like it's gonna melt down. All right, chill. Can't you see I'm in a long here? $16 range chart is a chart that calculates based on price movement and not time, meaning every 16 ticks of price movement, a new bar prints. It's just a different chart, different way to see the market. That's all. Nothing crazy. Come on, market. I know you got it in you. I know the longs got it. Longs never let me down. Longs are truly the chosen side. Like a tick chart? No. So tick charts calculate based on transactions. So like, let's say you have a 100 tick chart. Every 100 transactions, a new bar prints. That being said, don't confuse that with volume. Transactions and volume are different things. So volume is solely just like how many contracts have traded. Transactions is like if I enter with 15 contracts on one order on one transaction and then 1 on another order, that's technically just 2 transactions. And then a range chart calculates based on price movement. So again, every 16 ticks is what I have it set to. RIP Mitch. I'm sorry to hear that. That really is just one of those, like, it's one of those learning moments, man. We've all been there. If you've been around long enough, we've all been there. Really, it's just one of those things of like, hey, I gotta not do this again, is what that is. All right, another seller coming in and another soak from the buyer. Trading into the 20s here. I mean, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it sweep this low at 21 a little earlier, like right after I got long, and then wick back up. That is the ideal scenario here. And if it stops me out, it stops me out. Oh, well. I've got $138 in risk on the table right now. That would put me at roughly break even on the day if this stops out. Kind of looks like it might. Sweeping the low here, seeing a big seller hit the bid here, I would have expected this to bounce aggressively. The fact that it isn't kind of makes me concerned for the effort that this buyer's putting in and keeping the market elevated. The bubbles Seminole are a big trades indicator. These are the settings from MotiveWave. Feel free to copy those. All right, buyer's trying. This is good. It's a good sign. Let's see some more out of it, huh? Chat, I think I'm losing my mind. I have my light in this corner. Y'all can see the shadow. And I feel like I keep seeing something moving. And then I look up into the light and I just blind myself. Oh, it's so over. The buyer's cooked. It's Jover. It's Fred. Yeah, dude, Fred's in my walls. After what he did to Jamie today, Fred is absolutely in the walls. This is good too, because I can complain about Fred now and it's not against the agreement. I'm not limited to my quota of 2 times a day. I am rapidly losing confidence in this long, I've got to say. If the passive buyer was actually going to defend this, I would have expected it by now. Unfortunate. You hate to see it, chat. You hate to see it. It is what it is, though. Saying you're not a base hit warrior. That's fair. I mean, that being said, intraday drawdown, like the solution to intraday is one of 2 things. Either take much smaller trades or loosen up your leverage a lot. All right, there's the stop out. Unfortunate. I stand by that decision. I mean, unfortunately, it's just like further, what's the word I'm looking for? Further reinforcement as to like why I try not to get involved around Kelt mid and use it as a target. That being said, when like the market is trending and there's a trend set up forming, which I thought was happening here, I think it's reasonable to assume that if we're soaking this many sellers at a area that is like a perfect retracement level, then it makes sense to continue the trend higher. So I was willing to give it the risk to do so. But stopped out. Oh well. Looks like they're trying to bid it. You've ignored all my comments. It is what it is. Brother, I'm trying to read what I can. Atas, I have tried Atas. I prefer Motive Wave, sir. I appreciate the recommendation, though. Thank you. I'm not super convinced the longs have this yet. This is a pretty weak attempt to buy back up. Yeah, Root, I might be the bottom tick. Let's find out. Yep. Nice. Oh well. It happens. Chat, if y'all have ever been bottom ticked, if y'all have ever been a victim to the bottom ticking, to the activities of Fred, if you're in solidarity with me, go ahead and smash the like button. I'd appreciate that as compensation for my my live bottom ticking on stream for y'all. You're welcome. Oh, Nightbot right on time. Look at that. AI generated Nightbot listens to my every word. Nightbot's also in my walls, not just Fred. Right on time. Are they actually going to do it now? Are they actually going to do it now? No way. I already got burned once though. I can't really say I want to get re-involved inside of the range like this. Like if I happen to be the bottom tick stop, then I happen to be the bottom tick stop. And it is what it is, but can't say I'm super excited to re-participate in the bottom of the range. That being said, I would be at break even right now, so that's awesome. Oh well. Can't win them all, I guess. What will upset me is if this pumps like 100 points in the next 10 minutes. That'll be rough. That'll be a rough watch for sure. Note to self, I guess, give it more room on the stop. Oh well. I really would have thought 820 would have been a good holding point, and we wouldn't have seen that far below. Oh well. Chat, y'all have seen the 000 tech, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about now. The 000 tech on the higher time frame. Let's pull some additional tech while we're at it. While I'm waiting for something else to happen that I can get on board with. Let me pull this to this. And then let me bring this down like this. I just want to see what this looks like. I mean, maybe it is that simple, chat. Maybe it is literally just the psych levels, and that's the secret. Oh, it's pumping, huh? Okay, it's a little tough. It's a little tough. That's not ideal. Double keto. I just checked on my end. I see what you're saying. YouTube kicked me back to 720. Just go and reselect 1440 because it is streaming 1440. I'm positive on that because I just set mine back, but I don't know why YouTube kicked mine back to 720 either. That's strange. You've added Zatch? GG's. Nice ad. He's gonna start pumping. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it. The buyer that I've been yapping about for the last however long is defending this as of right now. All right, anyways, back to the tech. I am really curious to see what this plays out like over a longer term. It's literally the same idea as this. Like, it's the exact same idea as this chart, just on a smaller scale. Which, I mean, like, chat, look at it. It's not there, right? Like, I'm not hallucinating this. Also, look at this triple bottom. What is this? What is this? I'm not hallucinating. It is kind of there. Although this was just mega chop. My God. What a yoink. Also, what a yoink after hours here. Let's see, what else did this, I mean, chat, come on. Maybe we're on to something. Maybe this is the tech. Maybe we're discovering Market Alpha live on stream. Smash the like button for Market Alpha. Look at this. That's pretty wild. I'm literally just drawing a 10-point box, plus or minus 10 points, around the psych numbers. That's it. That's literally the whole process. Kind of interesting, I've got to say. What about here? What about last night's overnight session? So it'd be like 710 to 690, roughly. Interesting. I mean, the big ones play out better, I'd say. Like this 30-minute with the plus or minus 50 on the really big time frame. That's the one I'll be utilizing for swing trades, but this has definitely been a little bit of an interesting like thought experiment. All right, these sellers did try to go lower. We can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big sellers showed up. Buyers finally reclaimed something. The question for me is, am I willing to take another stab at the long at like 30 again, 29.5, 30, knowing that it's in the middle of the range, which I don't love. But if this is actually going to pump into prior day's point of control, then this would make sense to get long from here. This is the dilemma of trading right here. I agree. If in doubt, sit it out. I just know if I take another loss inside the middle of the range, I'm going to feel like an idiot. Just like quite literally as soon as the stop hits, I'm just going to be like, wow, knew I shouldn't have taken that. So from like a hindsight perspective, but I'm ahead of the hindsight, I'm going to make the executive decision to not take that. In before 5,000 point pump. All right. I've already decided I'm not going to take that. Let me take that off. And chat, I do think it's time considering that a new NQDL has dropped. I don't know if Zach's still in the chat or not, but there is a new NQDL. So I do have to show y'all once again why I am the best to ever do it. Need to maintain my status as the GOAT. Let's see what we got. Also, what's the leaderboard looking like? Zach, Brett, and Zach have all played. 1400's the number to beat, huh? Okay. Zach was saying one of these is Matt's like recommendation. Like Matt submitted a day. Curious which one it is. I mean, I want to say a long, right? That being said, I'm just going to hit it with one because I'm not super confident in that. 1 micro, 250 point stop. Literally can't go wrong, right? No way it goes wrong. Like 100 point heater. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa. Chill. Rigged. Rigged market. Look at, oh, rigged market. Literal 250 point dump to my stop. Rigged. What a scam. What a scam. That's wild. Okay. Oh, this is the Matt's one. Okay. All right, let's see what this is. Zach was saying this is so, what is this? Nasdaq 10K, bro? What is this? All right, I know that a while back, Nasdaq loved retracing. Like when we had big news moves like this, Nasdaq loved the retracement. So I am going to go, oh, wow, this is volatile. I wonder what the news was. This is so funny. I'm gonna go for like the heater. Honestly, I'm gonna go for the full retrace. Why not? Oh, it's so cooked. It's so cooked. Cooked. What up, Zach? Zach, I didn't I stopped out on that one. What else happens on that day? Does it just rip like 1,000 points? I got stopped out real early there. I mean, why not? I'm just gonna throw the old 7 contract long. What could possibly go wrong here? $1.2K. Nice. All right, so as soon as Matt sees that, he's gonna know to just YOLO long his entire balance. And he's gonna put up like 30K in a day. Rigged. This literally can't go wrong, right? Literally can't go wrong. What is this message? Just had McDonald's. Hey, nice. Nice. I don't think I am in the lead after that, though, am I? Oh, wait, the number to beat was 1,400? I might be. I might be. We'll see. I have to sit the rest out, though, because I am out of contracts. Blew the wad. Oh, let's go. I'm sorry, Zach. I'm sorry. By $70. To be fair, that's going to get beat. I know as soon as Matt sees the one he submitted, he's going to put up like a 30K day. Am I missing something? Does it automatically submit to the leaderboard now? Zach, did you take out the submit button? It just automatically goes? What up, Zach? Zach, I'm sorry. It automatically goes? Okay, sick. I don't have to do anything. GG's. Oh, what is this, man? I was on the leaderboard for 2 seconds. What is this? Wow, look at this dev. Dev on win streak number 2. Dev advantage, bro. Source advantage. All right, GG's chat, GG's. It was fun. As of right now, what I was saying, that 30 long, had I taken it, I'd be up like 7 points. I mean, it's only 7 points, like it's nothing crazy, but for what it's worth, it would have still been a snipe. As of right now, not terrible in the session. The Lucid 50K daily up 19.5 doll hairs. Still down, unfortunately. Still chopping break even ever since that one losing day it took an RTH. RIP. Are you kidding me? There's a 5K day already? Bro, I just turned the leaderboard off. Are you serious? I mean, we know exactly which one it happened on, right? Like that's 2 minis, or sorry, 2 minis, 2 micros on the on math submission. I'm gonna go way back in time, bro. I'm submitting Nasdaq opening day, Nasdaq futures opening day ever. First time Nasdaq futures ever traded. We're going back to like 1964 or whenever it started. When was the Nasdaq incorporated as an index? Actually, I should say, when did Nasdaq futures start trading? Nasdaq futures launched June 21st, 1999. How do I make a suggestion? Is the furthest back I can go 2020, really? RIP. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, okay. If I could read, it literally says it 2020 to 2026. Got it. Okay. I'll have to find a different day. Actually, I have a I know exactly what day I want. It's going to take me a second to find it. I know exactly what day I want. The veterans will know this one. You've been around just markets for a while. You're going to know exactly where I'm going. I'm not going to share it on stream, though. You're all going to have to wait and see if Zach decides to include it. That is. Haha, very nice. All right, which one of these was the most outrageous day? Probably this one. Okay, it's in the queue for review. Very nice. Enjoy. I'll be very interested to see if you include that one, Zach. I'll include it. Okay, sick. It's going to be an interesting one. Can't believe there's already a 5K day on the leaderboard, though. Unreal. Yeah, that's fair. Well, like, that being said, whoever submits it, like, if Matt submitted something and Matt does the NQDL and he sees, like, submitted by Trades by Matt, he's gonna know immediately what it is. So you could potentially make it, like, everyone else can see what, like, who submitted it. So, like, everyone else, like, if I'm doing it, I can see Matt submitted it. If you choose mine, everyone else can see that it's mine, but I'm not gonna know it's mine. Like, make my side of it blind if that's possible. I don't know if it is or not, but that could be an idea. Because Matt, I'm telling you, Matt's gonna put up like 40K tomorrow. He's just gonna skip everything and then go 10 contracts long. All right, so far this long is holding. Looks like I'm going to end up regretting my decision to not participate, but that's okay. That's okay. What's going on? Just about right. Got your name right today. GG's. Hot streak going 2 days in a row. Look at that. Honestly, while we're rolling on the game train and while I am sitting here watching NQ potentially go without me, let's just go ahead and rip the classic, the OG. Hey, what up, K-Thrap? What's going on? Oh, it's going without me, isn't it? F. All right, so the read was correct. Execution was not, apparently. Coulda, woulda, shoulda used a wider stop. Noted. This is absolutely my first time playing this. No doubt about it. Definitely did not play this 16 times today at work. There's no way. I would never do such a thing. Oh, it's really going without me now. F. Oh, the read was right. The read was right. The read was right. Can't be mad. Oh, that was a perfect shot. Exactly what I wanted. That was less than ideal, but okay. I think I can go over that. Chat, we might be putting up an actual halfway decent score today. Look at this. Oh, huh. Let's go. Top 5%. Who better, baby? Who better? I want to see the other streamers beat that one. Ain't no way. Sorry for the big face. I'm just saving it real quick. Why is it not saving? I've clicked save like 3 times. Save. Okay, you can't save with a question mark in the name, apparently. Good to know. All right, back to the chart. Oh, we're really going without me now. Rip, dude. Oh, chat, rip. Whatever. Whatever. Not mad. I'm not mad. Not upset. Would be 30 points up from my entry. Is there anything on the tape? That being said, there's not really much on the tape here. It got really quiet other than this buyer defending their position, which looks great. Like in hindsight, obviously everything looks great, but it looks fine. Like they didn't give back that much room, defended the passive longs. I unfortunately was like the literal bottom tick and then ripped out of it. It really do be like that sometimes, chat. It really do be like that. It's unfortunate. Question is, do we go see 910? Because I do think 910 is the eventual target. Question is, do we get all the way up there? Personally, I think it's pretty likely. I mean, considering we rejected low volume fairly aggressively at this point, I think it's pretty likely to go find 910. That's like the obvious target on the chart. We'll see, obviously, but that is what sticks out to me. Oh, my computer's telling me it needs to update. Very nice. Not right now, computer. Not right now. Computer. Update. Y'all know the computer guy? He's like an Instagram Reels meme guy. I can't say like half of his reels, but goes around touch and like meta glasses. Will like point at people like computer. Make them small. I said 32 and a rip, and of course I'm not in. Same, brother, same. Doesn't pay to be an analyst. You gotta take the trade. Rip. GG's, that's GG's. I'm assuming that's in a good way. I'm hoping it's in a good way. Mitch, are you still here? Is the Mitch man still here? Oh, they're going to pump it, aren't they? Rip. Unbelievable. Unbelievable scallywags. What's another violently British phrase? Scallywags is definitely up there. That's top 10. Bloody hell. GG, Zach. GG's. Very nice. Once Asia sets its highs early on, do they ever get above much? I don't really have an answer to that. That kind of sounds like an initial balance style question. This is not a referral. This is just something I've used before. Edgeful is very good. And there's a free trial, I think. Edgeful is very good for testing out like stats like that. Like, let me see if I can find this in the Discord. Should still be pinned, right? The last pinned message in the trading chat in Discord was September of 2025. We are due for the annual pinning. I'm like going down the pins now. There's some funny pins in here. There's some hilarious pins in here, actually. Anyway, sorry for scrolling. I got lost in the scroll. I did find it, though. I posted this in the Discord like a while ago, almost 2 years ago now. That's scary. But this is what it looks like. So I ran like initial balance stats to just see like what the percentage chance of a single break is. So in this case, there's a 75% chance that initial balance on the session, in this case, I'm talking about RTH session. So the first hour of regular trading hours, there is a 75% chance that one side of initial balance breaks. There's a 21% chance that both sides of initial balance break. And then there's a 3% chance that there is no break of initial balance. Which means that inversely, there's a 97% chance that initial balance does break at least once. But yeah, that's it's good for stats like that. You can set like custom time ranges. So if you're really that interested, have at it. Could be worth checking out. Oh, what up, Liam? What's going on? Liam, you should play. Oh, actually, you probably want to play it on stream tomorrow, I'm assuming. But the NQDL is very interesting today. It's very interesting. I don't know if you want to play it now or on stream, like if you make it a stream thing, but just be aware. There is an interesting one in there for sure. No shot those 2 years ago. Dude, you're telling me? Telling me. What up, Skid Steer? What's going on? How we doing? Dude, my jaw is like, I'm feeling it. Pause. Major pause. It's still running. Here I am looking at my hypothetical entry from 30, 40 points later. Imagine getting bottom tick stopped during this pump. Yeah, dude, imagine that. That would suck. I would hate. I mean, I would hate to be that person getting bottom tick stop on this pump. Like that would, I mean, that would set me off, Chad. That'd really do a number on me. That'd really set me off. Good thing that wasn't me though, right? Good thing this isn't going to 910, right? I actually don't know that. I don't know where we're going. We'll find out. Oh, yeah. By the way, Liam's here. Hold on. Liam, I know how you like your candles. I'll adjust for you. All right, we're good. We're set. We could trade now. Oh, new candle opened. Chat, new candle. Liam, you know I'm just playing, right? Oh, I'm just messing. Trade it? Yeah, should I throw on 50 micros right now? Should I throw on 50 micros with the Liam tech? Just get real up and close so I can really see what's going on. Like this. So I can really enhance, Jarvis enhance. I can really see what's going on in the market now. This is much better. Who needs order flow when you can just zoom in on your candles? Why would I need footprints when I can just do this? Jarvis more. All things considered, this has been kind of a sleepy Asia session. I think I got spoiled by like the 2 to 3 times that Tokyo Open moved like 150 points. And now like we're back to the normal like 30, 40, 50 point ranges. I'm not liking it. Give me the volatility, please. I'm begging. Oh, well, actually, now's a good time for Wordle, not gonna lie. Now's a good time to bang that out. I actually, like for real, have not done this today. This will be a first time live on stream kind of moment, okay? Advertisement. Sick ad. All right. What's a banger to start off with? Haven't played Enqueudle today. Good luck. I'm just gonna let you know there's an interesting one. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not spoiling anything. It's just very interesting. Okay. Soar Clint. I mean, do I go with the goated tech? Wow, that was not ideal. Liam, you're fired. I don't even know what to guess, man. I have no clue where to start. No, it can't be white. It's onto us? Yeah, the algo's onto us. Switched up. BI. BI. Probably not. Anyone got guesses? Please bail me out, please. I feel like it's a P at the start, but I don't know what would come after that. The Yeah. It can't be later. There's an I. Yeah, it can't be pitch either. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it starts with a G? What about G's? Guide? No. Fried? No. Fiend? Nope. Rip. Been a long at 59. Good luck, sir. Good luck. I wish you the best. I will not be participating yet, but I wish you the best. Mitch. Oh, dude, hey, Friday cannot come fast enough. I need this haircut so bad. Desperately need it. Oh, the whole chat's long, huh? Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck. Dude, my hair is so annoying. The whole chat's long. It's funny. I have no... Is there anything that starts with an I? Can't be igloo because there's no L. What am I missing? Y-I... Dude, what am I missing? This is a terrible showing. This is all-time bad. I'm only thinking of words that, like, it can't be. No S and E make this impossible? Yeah. Getting tilted and Qdo's hilarious. Rip. Wait, I gotta see now. What was the Rip. S skid steer only red on the leaderboard. Rip. Tough scene. I'm sorry to hear it. Okay. You gotta lock in here. Heist? No, everything's got an I in the middle. Timid for info? I mean, I don't hate it because I can't think of anything else to put. I don't love that timid has two eyes though, but I guess that does help me sort where the eye is. Okay. Okay, big. There's hope. Vimid. What can Fim? Whim? Whimsy? No S. Okay. Anyone who's long, slight pump starting? Maybe. We'll see. They're definitely trying, though. Jim. This is gonna be another P-Shaw. I know it. It's gonna be another ridiculous one. Oh, so also, I might have jinxed the longs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance. I had to say something. I know. That's on me. That's my bad. Okay, you finished -71. That's roughly break even. 71's light work. Don't worry about it. 71's light. Absolutely light. The real question is, what is this, man? Thanks. I mean, I got blown out of the water by law, putting up 5K. Oscar, not yet. That is the goal, but not yet. Dude, what can this possibly be? This is unreal. Elo, am I missing something obvious? I promise you I'm not. I would never do that. I would never be on stream toasted. That's a terrible idea. I would never trade like that either. That's a terrible idea. Gimpy. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, that does work. The letters work. I think we got it to it. Yo, what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bro. Wimpy. Got it. Wow. Wow. Tough scene. Tough scene. Can't believe we got there through Gimpy as well. That's... yeah. That's something. Thank you, JCF520, for the shout. I would have never guessed that. That's crazy. That is so unfortunate. What up, NQ Matt? Chat calling me gimpy? Maybe. Okay, I need to look up what the actual definition of that word is before I say that on stream. Oh. I mean, it's not great. Like, it's not, you know, it's not terrible, but it's not great. What a sentence this is. Dude, so many of y'all are long from 860. It's like literally the same entry. It's crazy. What does the first word mean? I don't actually know either. That is a Liam special. That's like Liam's go-to starting word. That means it's a young hawk. It's a young hawk, specifically one in its first year that has not yet molted its first feathers. Liam, where did you pull that out of? How are we all? I'm chilling. How are you? I am up 19.5 doll hairs on the Lucid 50K eval. Lucid daily 50K eval, I should add. If you're interested in checking it out, hit that link in the pinned comment. I took a short here, scaled out, and then took a break even on the runner, didn't go. Tried this long, took a literal bottom tick stop, and we are now 30 points above where my entry would have been. It's also sun in Romanian, good to know. Yeah, I need Wordle to be more inclusive. I need to be able to start throwing in like Polish words in there. Be easy money if I could do that. Oh my god, I can't even say that. Krajats. Krajats? Krajat. Whoa. I'm saying it as Krajs. Krajs. I know I'm getting the first part correct. I swear, if this is gimpy in Polish. Beetle. Sick. Change. That was way off. Rip. Change. I'm fake Polish, y'all. I can't even say beetle in Polish. What a scammer. We're gonna have to hear you say that on stream, Liam. Yeah, if you're gonna throw that out there, you're gonna have to back that one up, dog. Gonna give it a go. Fire. Liam's gonna be practicing for the next 3 hours tonight. He's not gonna sleep until his stream tomorrow until he's fluent in Polish. For what it's worth, chat, we have not moved from the 60s when everyone here is like, I'm getting long 60. We have not moved. Although y'all are up 6 points roughly. GG's. I mean, I wouldn't even mind seeing some like... I swear this always happens around 11 Eastern, and then I'm ending the stream and I'm going to bed. So I'm like, I don't want to sit in a trade and babysit for 3 hours when I want to go to bed. But this always happens that as the stream's getting off, we get to my area of interest. I'm like, oh, let me look at this trade. Let me consider this one. And then before you know it, it's 1 a.m. and I'm down $300 in a trade. Just milking it. Tough. What's the consolidation on here look like on the order flow? What do we got? Okay, seller tried here, and there's a passive buyer that held it. As of right now, there's also a small passive seller at the highs. I mean, otherwise, I think the thesis is still there. I think this buyer that was active between 8:30 into 8:20 is looking okay. I think that is it's going to take a while because it's Asia session. It all takes a while. Probably take like 2 hours minimum. But as of right now, it looks okay. Won't matter. You'll stay up too late and wake up too early. Yeah. Well, I mean, the goal isn't necessarily to just ruin the sleep schedule. Like the goal is to stay consistent and just be able to allocate more time to the charts. That's all. What up, Eric? Was I talking about longs? Eric, I wasn't just talking about longs. I was trying longs. And then look at this. Got long right here at, what is this? 29,832 half. Got stopped out at 29,809. And we have gone up since then. Up and only up. Rip. Pour one out for your boy. You hate to see it. What up, nonstop tie? How the trade's going? Took one short. I got a pretty sick target on the first, on like the core of the short. Honestly, I can't even, you know what, you know what, chat? I gotta stop complaining because I called this. When this, if y'all rewind the stream, when this filled, because I got like a bottom tick entry right here, or exit, sorry. When this filled, I gave the Thanos example, you know, when he's got the knife on the finger and he's, you know, the balance meme or whatever. I was saying for every time you get a top tick fill for an exit, you will equally get a top tick or bottom tick fill for a stop. And they did it to me. Within the same session, they did it to me. Look at this. Boom. Boom. They really did it to me. I can't even complain. I fully just brought this on myself. I spoke it into existence. That is brutal. Got wrecked in New York, took one trade. I mean, GG's on coming back from it. GG's also on not losing the account. You're saying got wrecked. Like the fact that you still have an account means that, sure, you took a loss, but it's manageable. You still have the account. You're in long from 788. Dang, dude, what a snipe of an entry. Long from down here. Wow, what a snipe, man. GG's. That is a sick long. What do I think about retesting 900s? I was saying I really like the potential to go retrade 910. 910 is what I have for prior day's point of control. Plus or minus like 5 points, right? Like give it a little bit of wiggle room because it's NQ. It's like the book is thin. So this area, I'd say like 915 to like 905 personally for longs. I think that's a very reasonable target. That being said, make your own decisions, please. Do not take advice from me. I'm not qualified to give advice. This is just my opinion. But my opinion is that I think prior day's point of control is a solid target. All of y'all that were in these 60s longs, how are y'all doing? We've pretty much gone nowhere. Unless you're taking like 5-point take profits, we've really not done anything. Your out price is stalling. Yeah, that's fair. We haven't gone anywhere. Same 10-point range. Chat, you're all gonna have to let me know Sunday night Globex how the haircut is. Give me a rating on the haircut. I'm getting it Friday afternoon. I'm gonna need y'all to give me the quick little rating on it. Got out 66. I'm assuming got out meaning like for profit, because in which case GG's. We do like to see that. Look at this range, man. What is this? All right, GG's. Yes for profit. Very nice. Very nice. Still down on the day? Hey, man. No better time to lock in. Just make smart choices. That's all. Don't over leverage and blow it all in one trade. If you don't have an account, you can't trade, right? Gotta have the account. That is literally step number one. PPI tomorrow. Yeah, dude, I know. That's why this isn't moving. That's also why I'm saying, like, I'd be kind of surprised if we even go trade 910 within like Asia session. That might be like a we sit inside of like 880 to 840 for the next 5 hours. London session opens and then immediately pumps to 910. I feel like I've seen that play out so many times. Honestly, while we're sitting here watching price do literally nothing, because like at this point, this buyer stepping in here, this passive buyer holding everything, and then Kelt mid playing for a potential continuation. I'm not going to take that. I tried it once, got stopped out. I'm not going to take it again. If we were somehow within the next like 30 minutes to sell like 50 points ish, and we got down to like 790s area ish, I could potentially look at a long as we're wicking outside of the Celts and we're overextended. But, or if we like rally really hard and have a potential short setup above the Celts here, like 890s. But otherwise, inside of all this, I can't say I'm that interested. This is also a pretty quiet sell. There was not a ton of activity up here and we're selling off from it. Just keep that in mind. There's not a ton of aggressive participants within this. So that being said, while the market's doing like a whole lot of nothing basically, let me do a quick little review of everything that's been sent. This is sick. I mean, no notes here. Perfect setup. Truly nothing else I could possibly ask for out of this. GG's. A fire emoji. This is pretty clean. I mean, huge keyboard guy, huh? And katanas, apparently. That's sick. Yeah, no notes. This is very cool. This keyboard looks legit. I bet typing on that feels nice. With the footrest, too. This is fire. That's wild, Torres. That's wild. Not even the feet. Just straight to the goods, huh? That is wild. Saying starter kit. I mean, hey man. Looks fine to me. Looks fine to me. Very nice, Brett. Very nice. I remember this photo from a while ago as well. This is pretty funny. Okay. Oh, wow. We got the mat. Dude, I've seen Instagram ads for this. Like this exact same thing. I've seen Instagram ads for that. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, this is Ryan's. Sick. GG's, Ryan. Yeah, the mat has like not. I guess they're setups technically. It's like patterns and all that, and like I don't know, candlestick stuff. You can see like there's a what is this? Daily templates. There's like wedges here. It's basically like a TA cheat sheet, I think. I just know I've seen ads for it. My setup's so basic. I mean, dude, fire. Like, nothing, no notes, fire. What is going on here? This is crazy. This is sick. Very nice. Cool. Looks good. Ton of screens. Oh, that's a nice charger for that. That's cool. Very nice, very nice. But did I fire emoji the other one? My bad, my bad. Chat, my bad. My bad. I didn't fire emoji Ryan's either. Ryan gets the special GG. Okay, this is sick. I'm gonna, for what it's worth, chat, I'm gonna post mine tomorrow morning, just because I'll have much better lighting tomorrow. Because like I have lighting obviously now from like the lighting sources, but it's not gonna look very good on camera. So I will take that tomorrow morning and then send it. Chinese calligraphy book as the monitor holder. Interesting. Very nice. Yeah, fire. There's a ton of screens. There's some fat ultra wides. Okay, goated. Honestly, this is goated. I feel like everyone starts here, truthfully. Yo, with a Razer sticker on a MacBook, that's funny. This is absolutely where I started, man. Is like this exact thing. Just MacBook in the dorm room. Probably got Tradeify on the screen, just ripping it. No notes, fire. Very nice. If y'all want to care to share your setup, go ahead. That's in the thread in the Discord, bottom right of the overlay, tbm.gg/discord to join. I would love to see what you're working with. What does this look like? Huh. Maybe this is the move. Maybe they finally do it here after waiting for forever, for 3 hours. Maybe they finally go and do it. Retested mid, a decent looking consolidation, pumping out of it. I mean, what else do we need, right? Just go to the highs already. What does this look like on a noisier order flow? What are these sizes? It's like a 5. It's a 14. Got it. Out of curiosity. Out of curiosity. Not that. What does this look like? Okay, not that hopeful. I like my candlesticks. Long 834. What a snipe. GG's. Very nice. The footrest. Yeah, I mean, footrest is great. I mean, y'all know me. I'm like literally standing right now this whole time. Straight standing. Leg workout. Maybe this is it, chat. Maybe they're actually going to do it this time. I hope. I'm going to set myself a reminder just so that I remember to actually take a photo and send it tomorrow, because otherwise I will forget. Tomorrow is Thursday, chat. Who's excited for Thursday? Thirsty Thursday, anyone? Anyone got a dinner/drink plans for Thursday or what? Oh, wow. Nice bid off point of control. This tracks. This makes sense. Sweet point of control. Big pump out of it. I mean, what more do you need? Like, just go hit the target at this point, man. Please. What else do we need? It adds at 8:30 and fill. Rip. Pump, baby, pump. Yeah, T2P, man. T2P. I have to incorporate that into, I don't know, like the chart, the overlay, something. I have to have T2P somewhere on the screen, I feel like. I'm trying to think of where. Y'all have any ideas? Anywhere like where I should put T2P? Actually, I don't want it as text. I was thinking as text, but I think... Oh, wow. Nice trade. Nice rip. I think the move should be... I'm going to make a GIF out of it. I'm going to have AI make a GIF of T2P. And then anytime I take a green trade, throw the T2P GIF up for a little bit. I think that's going to be the move. I have to figure that out, though. Give me until tomorrow to cook that one up. Hyper Shin Madness. They've done a madness. MM has done a madness in it. I'm sorry for anyone that's English and just covered their ears. Sorry if your ears are bleeding after that. Got stop at ticket break even. Yeah, man. Be like that. Unfortunately, it'd be like that. I think, like, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I don't have it up, obviously, because Tracy doesn't have it. But when the greatest platform to ever be made, Tradester, is released, I know for a fact it's going to have it. I wonder if this was a volume spike candle. Because if so, that is a goated setup. Looking for longs, volume spike into point of control, hold above it, get long. Like, quite literally a goated setup. And then my exit, too. I wonder if this was a volume spike as well. Ton of volume came in into the lows, looking for a long setup, bounced out of it, holding above it, get long, print. Something like that. I don't know, though. I can't tell if it's a spike or not because I don't have the indicator. Sad. Just gotta be patient. Gotta wait. Patience is all that's required. Exactly. You know the deal. NQ Matt gets it. NQ Matt NQ. Lowercase NQ, capital M Matt, uppercase NQ gets it. Oh, Chad, where's this lovely hoodie from that you're asking? Where is this from? Oh, this is actually my limited edition drop Nasdaq Cowboy line TBM hoodie. Thank you very much for asking. 30-minute chart looks great. Sure. I mean, sure, I guess. I haven't really gone anywhere. Any of y'all trade overnight? So like I trade like the 3 hours of Asia, right? I trade 8 p.m. Eastern Tokyo Open up until like 11 plus or minus 5 minutes. Any of y'all trade like full on overnight? Like, are you trading from like now until the next like, I don't know, 3, 4 hours? I feel like that's not super popular, the whole like legit like nighttime crew. But I'm thinking about it, like in California, maybe it is because like West Coast, y'all are, it's only 7:46, right? Let's say you trade until like 10:30, 11. You've got another like 3, 4 hours to go. And my time, that would put you at basically London Open. I mean, we've got London Open in just over 4 hours. So I'm curious, do any of y'all like fully commit to the Asia show? Speaking of shows, Solo Trader has my first time seeing the Josh show. Solo Trader, what up, dog? How you doing? Welcome, bro. Just in here slinging trades, slinging some golf. Yeah, that's about it. That being said, speaking of slinging trades, coulda, woulda, shoulda taken this. I'm trying to think if I had taken this entry at 30 that I was looking at, would I have put it break even at this point and then gotten break even tier? This would have like bottom ticked my break even, which after taking a bottom tick stop here would have been just debilitating, truthfully. That would have just been debilitating. Asia and London with a good look at NY. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you cover a lot of that ground then. You cover like most of the day then. Dang. It's a lot of trading. For anyone new just rolling in, I went over it earlier. TBM, Matt is having 2 people on. I had to preface 2 people. Nutty Bar Trading, if you're familiar with him, is going to be on Friday on the stream on Matt's channel. On Matt's channel, duh. On I'm saying Matt's time slot, which is market open, RTH open, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. And then on Monday, he's going to be having James, the CEO of Take Profit Trader, on the stream as well. Same time, same place, obviously. So back to back banger guests. If y'all are around, you should tune in. I will be tuning in personally from work. I'll be typing and then I'll look over at my phone and say, "Hey, that's sick," and then go back to typing. But I'll be there. I'll be in the chat. Y'all should definitely come hang out. I think it'll be very interesting to listen to. Nutty Bar especially has been around in the space for a long time, so I'm very curious to see like what he has to say and what questions Matt's going to ask him. And James, I am incredibly curious to hear from because Matt had Brett Simba on so far, CEO of Tradeify, and that was a sick one to listen to. So like having all of like the prop CEOs could be a really interesting take. I'm curious to see what James has to say. So again, if y'all are around on Matt's time slot here on the channel, tune in, give it a shout, give it a try. I'm Australian, I'm awake anyway. Yeah, I forgot W. Being from Australia, honestly, such a W. NQ Matt, I've got something for you. Hold this W, huh? Hold that W for me. This is actually a sick GIF. I'm going to keep that. They can't keep getting away with the chop, man. They can't keep getting away with it. Unreal. We expand and then we chop. Tough. Part of the world am I in? You're Northern California. I am from Connecticut, so I'm like the literal opposite side of the country as you. That's cool though. Northern Cali's beautiful, man. Redwood Forest. I've never been to Northern Cali. I've only been to SoCal. It is definitely on my list to go see like San Francisco, obviously. And then also just like get out into nature in like, you know, that area. Like the nature there is just beautiful. Southern Humboldt. Where is that? Stand by while I investigate. Also, don't dox yourself, by the way. Oh, okay, it's a county. Got it. I was about to say, don't just like drop your address. That's crazy. Very very north to be called Southern Humboldt. Not gonna lie. Is the area right above you, like the area that's still California on the border of Oregon, is that then called Northern Humboldt? There's a place near you called Happy Camp? Sick. What's going on in Happy Camp? Nice. Yeah, man, I'm jealous. I want to go visit. I want to get out to that part of the country. That's awesome. Was blindfolded and taken to a special place in the mountains? Okay. All right, then. What is this range I'm looking at, man? What is this range? Look at this. We go from expansion down, obviously, wick out point of control, whatever, bid back up. Instead of continuing the bid, immediately return to the 10-point range. Yikes. Nasdaq's gonna rock it. Maybe, I don't know, bro. Maybe place your bets, I guess. I was saying earlier, I do still think 910 is a solid target for longs, especially this big buyer that was loading up down here from like 830 to 810. That was on the order flow. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate large bids. I do think that is the eventual target for that guy, is 910. Humboldt, Trinity, Mount Shasta, Klamath, then Oregon. Got it. Very cool. Hey, they're trying it. They are trying it. Look at them. Look at them futilely try. I'm new to trading. Would you mind giving a 2-minute rundown of what you look for day-to-day high level? I can give you like a minute-long rundown. 2 minutes, I'm just going to be like throwing in unnecessary stuff. I can definitely give you like a minute-long rundown though. Ready? Mason Quinn 3688. I am going to need you to start your timer, okay? On go, I need you to start the timer. Let me know when you're ready. Get some water so I'm prepared. Go. Okay, he gave me the go. All right. Top to bottom, high time frame. I start at the 30-minute chart, and I'm using this to get a general understanding of where the market has been / where it's going over the course of a couple days, really. Couple days, maybe even weeks, but realistically, couple days. So like in this case, couple days, large move up. We've been consolidating since then. Great. We're kind of in a sideways holding pattern for now. Go down to the 3-minute. This has my volume profiles. On these, I am looking for 1, high volume nodes, which are these orange lines, and then 2, low volume nodes, which are these white lines. These are just my points of interest that I am very interested in seeing price trade and seeing what happens at those areas. I think of them as like inflection points. They are areas where there is more likely than not to be some sort of key information that will propel the market onwards, whether that's a reversal, whether that's a continuation, whatever it is. Those are the points I look at. My 16 range chart with these big trade bubbles, these are just large trades that have hit the book, is basically my like noisy execution chart. On this, I'm specifically looking at order flow to see where large buyers and large sellers are. Great example is these red bubbles here are a large seller trying to bring the market lower, which conversely means there is an equally large, if not larger, buyer that is passively absorbing all of that selling. And then on this chart, my 1 minute with the Keltner channels, I have a 1 minute with the Keltner channels with these settings. Feel free to take a screenshot. And this is my kind of proxy, my measure for overextension. So on this trade right here, this is a short. Price wicked the upper Kelts. It looked like we were overextended. I got short and then traded it back to Kelt mid, which is the average. Stop. I think that was over a minute. If I had to guess, I'd say like a minute 37. What did I get? And also, did that make any sense at all? Let me know. 3 nice longs. GG, sir. GG. Makes perfect sense. Hell yeah. Nice. You made a screen recording. It was 157. Thank you. Thanks, good steer. Yeah, what up, Awala? What's going on? What is popping? Yeah, GG's, Mason. You made a screen recording. That's so interesting. I want to watch that. Question, you said on that trade where you would have entered Kelt mid buys, you would have gotten stopped out break even. Why have you not secured? I think if we're talking about the same thing, I think what I was saying is like, so I was debating taking a long right here at 8:30. And the reason I didn't is because I normally don't take trades from Kelt mid. However, this trade looked really good to me just because I saw all of that selling trying to bring the market lower. And I saw the passive buyer absorbing it equally as much so, with the context of knowing that there is a really good target above us at 910, this prior point of control. I think that I'd be shocked, to be honest, if that didn't trade at some point within the next session. Truthfully, I'd be shocked. So all of that combined made me think, okay, longs make sense. I unfortunately had a stop too tight and I got bottom ticked. So then I was debating, okay, what if I re-enter here? I didn't, just because I don't love Kelt mid entries, because that's the 200 moving average for the 1 minute, basically, whatever time frame you have it on. It's just a 200 moving average for me. That's what I have it set to. I don't love it just because it's an average. Like, price generally chops those areas, and I don't want to get involved with that. So I gave it one try, didn't play out. That's fine. I'm not going to go, especially at, like, I was green earlier. I'm especially not going to go green to red on what is a questionable trade. If I go green to red on a trade that I feel really good about, fine, not the worst thing. On something that I don't feel great about, not going to risk going green to red. So in this case, I'm still ending up, $19.50 in the session, which is basically break even, but you get the point. And then I was saying, hypothetically, if I had gotten long, like 30s, 31 would have been my entry. I was kind of just debating to myself, and I don't know what the answer to this is because I didn't take the trade, right? Debating to myself, if I was in this long and this ran up 30 points or whatever it was, would I have moved my stop to break even, which would have resulted in like basically a bottom tick break even? I don't know. That's what I was like debating to myself though. And then seeing if that had happened, if I took a break even, seeing it rip right back to the highs would have just been debilitating. I think that's kind of like the realm of where that question was. All right. It's 11:02. I am not going to get diddled by this 5-point range we have right now. So I'm going to get going. That being said, I do have one thing I want y'all to do. I do want y'all to go to the bottom right or type this into Google, whatever, or it's in the description actually, tbm.gg/discord. Join the Discord and go ahead and post your trading setup, man. I'm going to post mine tomorrow. There is a specific thread, which I can show y'all real quick. There's a specific thread to post it in on the Discord. Once you're in, you have all your channels on the left here. Go to Gen Chat, and then you should see the trading setups thread. Sorry, I blanked on it. Go ahead and post your trading setup here. I'm very curious to see what y'all are working on, what you're working with. I'm going to post mine tomorrow, like I said. You can check it out. And then I think Matt's actually going over these on stream tomorrow as well. I think. I don't want to speak for him, but I think that is the plan. Don't quote me. If he doesn't do it, don't get mad, please. But otherwise, that's going to be it for me. Good luck if you're continuing to trade. GG's. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Appreciate it. Make sure to smash the like button on the way out. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Yeah, that's all I got. GG's. Have a good night.